Hey bye, this is my minute of the Winter Social Review. This film was really good. I remember watching this film in theaters. I was with my friends, we just wanted to watch a film just for the fun of it. It was really fun. We saw Captain America really do a lot of unexpected things that made me feel like this, at the time, I was like, this is definitely my favorite Avenger, for sure. This is wow, I was blown away in so many ways, and this film made so much sense, and then we get introduced to Sam Wilson, the Falcon. There's a lot of great things that are involved in this film, and we see that Black Widow was also in this film, and I really loved it. She interacted with Steve so much, and there was a lot of great things Steve and Natasha moments in this film, because there was that alone made our film really interesting in so many ways. I was so intrigued by learning more about Natasha Romanoff in some way, and we see that Steve is working for S.H.I.E.L.D, and also in the Fury's there. I really like how there was we noticed in the first Avengers film, we see that Steve and Nick Fury didn't really understand each other that much in a way. I feel like they still don't, but they're still progressing, and they have their moments, especially when they're talking to each other in the elevator. That was a really great moment. I feel like they're understanding where they come from and all that stuff. So we see what Adrian Pierce and Nick Fury are planning on doing. They want to do the frequent helicopter swim, and Steve Rogers. I feel like you see that Steve is a little overwhelmed with all that stuff, all the new technology and such, but he's starting to understand why it's happening, why S.H.I.E.L.D wants to do what he wants to do. He understands it, but he agrees with it in some way, so that's really good that we see that. I really like that he went to the museum and he saw the video of Peggy talking about Steve, and then he sees her, and then I was like, wow, she's still alive, pretty much. Yeah, we see that was a really amazing moment we did see with Steve and Peggy, pretty much. There was a lot of things that I feel like that was a great way for them to talk, talk to each other in that way. We see that Steve, he's in Washington D.C. and his neighbor is Sharon Carter, pretty much Agent Carter's niece, and we get to know her a little bit more about her as well. And I feel like the two are really great friends, and they get along really well. I really like that Steve really. We see that we know why Sharon's really there later in the film. Just Nick Fury wants her to watch him, pretty much. So it's not a coincidence that it so happens that Steve it's a prominent, lives similar prominent as Agent Carter's niece. But yeah, there's reason behind that. So yeah, it was really great when they did that. We see that when we see the way Steve fights and all that stuff. We see in the beginning of the film, in the ship, we see Romolo, right? Yeah, we see how much of a team Romolo and Steve worked together when it comes to the missions, and it really went really well, and they really focus on the mission, and Sid Will is also involved, and there's a lot of meanings behind all that, and we see that later on. We see that Nick Fury is a little concerned with Project Insight, so yeah, that's it. You see that he's trying to understand the real reasoning behind all this, and then as the police is saying, which was pretty much that cautious scene with Nick Fury and the police, that was insane. They killed him off, and at first it was like they would like kill him off, and it seems like they did, and Natasha Romanoff, she was upset. She seems like she really cared about Nick Fury in some way, because she wanted to, I feel like she saw him as a leader in some way, and also Maria Hill was there too, and also when in that room too, so it was really great. I really like Maria Hill in this film. I really like that there's a lot of characters in this film that really have actual purpose on being there in some way. So she's really, I really like the Maria Hill character as well. That one thing that didn't make sense was when the Winter Soldier was walking up towards Nick Fury's car when crashed. Just within Nick Fury though. That part was low. Like it threw me off a bit. But like overall, like, you know, still great action scene, great moment. That part was low, confusing, but yeah. When I think about that scene, were there any parts of this film that actually threw you off or anything like that? We see that in the apartment, we see that Nick Fury is talking to Steve about this ears everywhere, pretty much. And then he pretty much does it, I wouldn't say Morse code, but basically he's saying one thing and then he's showing us Steve his phone to show what's really going on, and he's and then the Winter Soldier does, you know, hurts Nick Fury badly, and then Steve finds out that Sharon Carter is really there because Nick wanted her to be there, and yeah, also a lot of crazy things. Yeah. I really love that that fact that the Winter Soldier had you couldn't really see his eyes. He had like that the black damn paint on his eyes, so we couldn't tell who he really was, and took the mystery there, and felt like the suspense and the tense there. There was a lot of assuming that was brilliantly done. I did not expect a Marvel film to really do that in some way, and the reason why I say that is because I feel like, you know, Marvel, I feel like this was like one of the points in Marvel where they really stepped up how much they care about the film. The part where Alexander Pierce asked Steve why he was in the new apartment that night, it was like, yeah, it's surprising that they knew, yeah, I was gonna say how they know he was there, but it's obvious they know why. Depending on how Nick was in Steve's apartment, when the Soldier was there. We see that Steve is learning more about what S.H.I.E.L.D's really been up to, and then he just escapes pretty much, and him and Black Widow, they go to that Hydra base, and then they find out that what the Hydra's been mostly S.H.I.E.L.D, mostly S.H.I.E.L.D all out in some way, because yeah, just Oliver Solomon, right? The dude in the TV, like Victorian thing. He explains what's on that drive, and then there was like a lot of great things that goes on within all this. So basically, you see that Steve and Natasha don't run and depend on what Hydra's really all about and what they've been doing, and then they go to see Sam because they need a place to lay low, and then Steve knows his wife Jasper Sigma was in that ship that day. Then Sam wants to help out, just stop a murder. Why wouldn't you want to help out? Yeah, so we see him. We see the Falcon suit. You know, him wearing the Falcon suit, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. This character is really cool. Like, and then we go to, and then the highway stuff was, and that Winter Soldier was there, and then using the mask, and then him speaking in a different language, so we wouldn't understand him that well. We wouldn't understand who he really is, and then I'm like, okay, that's just really amazing. When he spoke a different language, he wasn't wearing the black eyeshadow thing. Yeah, something happened in this film that I'm not explaining. When I do my Civil War with review, I'm not explaining something about a certain thing I saw that maybe not a lot of you have noticed. We see the action scene, and then we see that Steve and the Winter Soldier are fighting each other, and we find out that it's Bucky, that he's alive after all this time, and then wow, it's insane. Like, really insane. I really loved. That was the best twist I've seen. I was like, yeah. Anyways, we see that they go through a lot of. We see that Steve is. I didn't expect. We see that Steve is wondering how is he alive and all that stuff. He knew him in some way. As that appears, he mind wipes Bucky's brain again. Yeah. A fun fact, one of the writers of the Winter Soldier comments, he was in that scene with the vault scene. It's like wearing a white shirt. Yeah, that's one of the writers. Alexander Pierce is still moving on with Project Insight, and he wants to really draw at it with his plan. And we see H.I.E.L.D. Introducing the Falcon. And my battery's about to die. Yes. Let me change the battery real quick. Alright, so we're back. We have to change the battery, but anyways, the part where there's like Steve and Sam and H.I.E.L.D. they go to they try to stop the ship from going up. We see Alexander Pierce start the World Security Council. They're there in prison, and they're trying to see it launch, and then it turns out that then Steve, he talks to for the aerotrons, and he tells everyone in the Triskellian that S.H.I.E.L.D. is really Hydra, and that's when all things go wrong, and then everything just goes crazy and goes loose, and then you see these awesome. The action was really great, but I really love the action scenes. The fantastic stuff about this film was definitely the action, for sure, and also the story too. That there was a lot of great things about this film. We see that before Bucky got mind wiped, he saw the sense that Steve. That he knew Steve. We see that Nick Fury's back, and Black Widow was also one of the drawers in the Security Council. And then that's weird that she had that facial mask thing, where she didn't turn the face into anybody. That was really interesting. That we just kind of weird that we never saw or used that ever done. But yeah, we see that Steve wants to. He has to fight Bucky pretty much, because he actually has no choice, because he has to. It's either Bucky or using it, or having Project Insight really work. And we see that one of the cannon things goes aims at Avengers Tower, which was Star Tower. So we saw like a little Easter egg of Avengers Age of Ultron, where we see the building now. So that's very cool. And at the time when Bucky was trying to go to the one of the helicarriers, he was really brutal pretty much, and that was really intense. I really enjoyed that. I really loved the film for the storyline, the plot, the fact that but one thing that kind of bothered me was kind of what they did to Loki in the first film was when they killed him off but didn't. You know what I mean? But I feel like they had no reason to kill Nick Fury off, come up in the beginning of earlier in this film. But yeah, overall, I feel like they drove down so without doing that, but I really felt like either way, like this film was really well done, and that made me really excited for the future of Marvel and all these amazing characters, which made me love watching Captain America a little bit more. So yeah, what do you guys think about Avengers? Avengers. What do you guys think about Captain America, the Winter Soldier itself? Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this film. Did you like how they introduced Falcon? Did you like the friendship, relationship thing with Natasha and Steve? Did you like this film? What do you guys like about this film? Let me know in the comments below. Here's the other reviews I've done from the MCU, and here you can subscribe. You have more reviews coming up soon. Bye.